As you can probably tell, we're not in Greece right now. We're back in the Netherlands for a short trip, visiting family, and our car needed its periodical inspection, which unfortunately has to be done here. So, we booked the ferry, traveled back through Italy, Switzerland, France, Germany and Belgium. Now, boarding and leaving a ferry, it's not on my list of favorite things, but I do love the journey. Sunrises and sunsets at sea, different landscapes along the way, always inspiring. But that's not why you're here. You want to see how the garden in Crete is doing. So, let's go. The garden is starting to give back. We're finally eating more from our own soil and even beginning to preserve a little. I sowed lots of radishes as a sacrificial crop, but many of them grew into bright, crunchy roots, so this month was harvest time. Ellen doesn't like them raw, but she found a great recipe for pickling. Zucchinis and cucumbers almost daily, often eaten the same day. But we need to find better ways to preserve them too. We also have two types of watermelon. One is green and one is striped. Yeah, I probably picked them too early. I'm not the most patient gardener, apparently. But they were delicious anyway. They're both juicy, though the striped one carries more seeds. First flowers are gone now, but some seeds were ready for harvest, like the zinnias, cosmos, California poppies, sunflowers, tobacco and marigolds. The old potato patch felt empty after harvest, which seemed like a perfect spot for beans and peas. I cleared it, dug small trenches and filled them with fresh substrate. Earlier I had prepared soil blocks with peas and yellow beans. They look ready to transplant. So I planted 2 rows and added a trellis for them to climb. For now, just the first row, but I'll add more as they grow. And of course I tucked in a few radishes and nasturtiums. And even got some extra bean seeds, just in case. On with the tour. I tested some of the seeds from the flowers that had died off, and they turned out to be pretty viable. On the terrace we still had some space, so I made another circle on the right side, like the desert patch on the left. But this one is for flowering plants. Laid out the shape, opened up the soil, and tried to even it as much as possible. Direct sowing hasn't been very successful here, but I wanted to give it another try. This time I covered the seeds with regular substrate. I watered it for a couple of days in a row. Then I added a drip line and topped it with a thin layer of mulch. In just a week, the first plants were showing. So, I'm optimistic. I'll let you know in next month's update. Ella is still busy with wood. We found 4 chairs near the waste bins, and the seats were missing, but otherwise they look great. So she wanted to try and restore them. You may also have seen the raised beds we built from the old pallets. Between them we built a trellis using old rose arches and fencing. We planted cucumbers against it. You might remember them from our salt blocks video. One of my favorite things in the morning is to help them climb their way up. Oh, the bananas have settled. One already has a side shoot, so in my mind I'm dreaming of a banana forest. Like all bananas, they suffer from the wind. And we have a lot of wind here. You saw that in our top 5 problems video. In the same video I mentioned wildfires. Recently one got so close that we could see the smoke. Helicopters were flying over, dumping water. The fire was put down pretty fast, by the way. Now, the tomatoes in the new border are thriving, and I'm still very happy with the cages I built. We planted basil alongside them. Actually, we planted basil everywhere. Ellen even made some great pesto with it. It's pretty simple. You need basil, garlic, pine nuts, parmesan, olive oil, blender, and done. We love the sunflowers covered with bees, busy looking for nectar. I had some seeds left and some space too, so I made a few more soil blocks to get them started. The same applies for the beans. I cleared out the corn that opened up a spot. I added fencing so they can climb. At the compost pile I noticed seedlings, squash, maybe melons on the surface. It means the pile isn't very active, but hey, free plants. I potted them, and just before we left I gave them a nice spot in the garden. Next update, we'll see how that turned out. I'm also seeing more mildew, powdery mildew. I read some advice from another gardener. Rinse the leaves in the morning because mildew doesn't like running water. So I'll try that. The yuccas were overdue. Maintenance time. I kept postponing it because they stabbed me every time. Yeah, they were here when we arrived, so sooner or later I had to deal with them. And the result? It isn't bad. We have some young cabbages and we covered them with netting, but it didn't really work. So I ordered rods and clips and I made an update. Here. I'll make some minor adjustments later. I think it's much better now. Let's hope it's enough to keep the grasshoppers away and the butterflies too. So that's it. This month's update. We are getting closer to a productive garden. Tomatoes are still a problem, but I see many gardeners struggle with that this year. So, well, let's hope things get better. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to stay updated. And if you enjoyed this video, then please give it a like. See you in the next one. Bye bye.